Welcome back, everyone, here to Brax Talks. Today, got a very special video for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about the New York Yankees and if their offseason is over. Obviously, the Yankees have done a lot this offseason. They went out, got Juan Soto, they got Alex Verdugo, they've brought in Marcus Stroman recently, but it looks like there still could be areas in which the Yankees can improve. You can definitely argue that they have to make certain moves to improve their roster. I guess you could argue the other way and say, no, the Yankees have a good enough team. Me personally, I do think the Yankees need to make another move. I feel like that would be very beneficial for them. Do I think it's an absolute must needs to happen? No, but I'm just saying if I was the general manager, I would go out there, make another move for starting pitcher. But Christian, do you think the Yankees offseason is over? Do you think they've done it and they've mailed it in and this is what they're going to go out with in 2024?
Yeah, I do think this is pretty much the team they're going into the season with. And, that's why I was kind of disappointed after the Stroman move, because as soon as it happened, I think me and a lot of other people were kind of thinking, all right, this is it. Um, that puts them at five starters in the rotation. So while they don't have the best depth, they do have a solid starting five going into the season at least. Um, and Brian Cashman has also said that he believes the infield and the outfield is pretty much set. So there's really not much for the Yankees to do according to Brian Cashman's thinking. I mean, maybe add a reliever. I know there's talks about potentially Wandy, some other guys, but I think really what we're going to see is one more move for a reliever, and that's going to be the offseason. Now, I'll say this. This was by no means a bad offseason. This was a very, very good one. So, while, yes, a lot of Yankee fans were probably hoping we made one more move and, missing out on Yamamoto and now seemingly being out of the race for Snell and Montgomery, does that hurt a little bit? Yes, because if you did that, it would have felt perfect in a sense. However, I do think the Yankees, they can improve at the trade deadline
Yeah.
if they need. Although, Ryan, do you think there's still a shot? And I'm curious for a potential trade with Bieber or Cease, because it seems like Burns is completely out of the question. Quick 15-second interruption because Foco just released New York Yankees Cy Young winners then and now bobbleheads. Features Ron Guidry and Garrett Cole. You can pre-order one right now through the first link in our description, but there's only a limited amount. Get them before they run out. Again, first link in our description.
To be honest, you never know. Something could happen. You know, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's likely. Sitting here right now, I don't think it's likely. I haven't heard many trade talks or many trade rumors. We got to keep in mind that spring training starts here. Pitchers and catchers report in almost, I think, a month away, maybe a little less than a month away. So I don't know. I don't think it's likely that the Yankees make a trade for a guy like Bieber or Cease. Is it impossible? Obviously not. You never know. But to sit here right now and say that I think it's likely or that it's going to happen, I just don't see that. You brought up the Yankees adding at the trade deadline. I obviously think, that's the Yankees front office plan right now. I think they believe they have a very, very good team and that this team can win enough ball games, win a lot of ball games, and compete, be right in the thick of things. Before August 1st or the MLB trade deadline. And then they're going to go out there, make the necessary moves that they need to make. And then they're going to be like, all right, let's go for it. This is what we got to, make a playoff push, make a World Series push. But I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I really like the Yankees offseason so far. Would I have liked if they went out there and got a guy like a Blake Snell or a Yamamoto, Montgomery. Obviously, I can't really, totally blame them for Yamamoto. It just didn't look like it was going to happen. It didn't look like it was going to be a fit here in New York. He obviously wanted to play for the Dodgers. I feel like Snell. I feel like Snell could have happened. To be honest with you, I feel like they could have made something happen with Snell. I don't know Monty and his feelings about the Yankees, but they went out. They got Marcus Stroman, and Stroman definitely has some upside. And Stroman was a very very good pitcher first half of last season. He's a solid pitcher. So I don't know. But to sit here right now and say the Yankees are going to make another trade, I don't think that's going to happen. As far as the Yankees offseason goes, I think the Yankees will continue to add depth, guys with minor league deals, invitees to spring training. And I do think the Yankees are definitely going to add another reliever. I don't think that's going to be a big time name like Hader. You never know. We were hearing Hector Neris, but then Jack Curry, I believe, said that don't buy into that too much. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I do think the Yankees are going to get another reliever, and it's going to be go time here. Spring training is just about a month away.
Yeah, I think a reliever is pretty much a guarantee. And I mean, just looking at the Yankees offseason, I do think they did enough, right? And, me and Ryan aren't going to sugarcoat anything. Uh, but I mean, went out and got one of, if not the best hitter in baseball. And they added another solid arm to their rotation. They finally filled that left field hole. And they also made a lot of depth moves, right? We have the whole trade with the Dodgers that might have been forgotten about. But we got a very solid lefty reliever in that. And then I think I don't remember his name, but a nice
Yorbit Vivas, who I think
yeah.
is gonna start in AAA, but I think he plays all over the diamond. He's got a really nice swing. We could even see him this year, but he definitely has a lot of upside as well. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was that was definitely a good trade.
Utility type guy. Trent Grisham should not be ignored. He's a very great defender, and who knows what we can do with this bat in Yankee Stadium. So I think the Yankees had a very, very good offseason. If you told me or Ryan going into the 2024 offseason, I think we'd be very happy with this. Does it feel like there's a little bit missing?
Yeah.
Maybe, but you could argue, well, maybe that's Yankee fans just never being satisfied.
Yeah. No,
Because
obviously. Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, I would have loved this.
Absolutely.
But I do think this could come back to bite if there's one or two injuries
Yeah.
or Rodon pitches how he did last year, Stroman blows up. I do think it could come back to bite the Yankees, although they're in a good spot heading into the season.